Anyway, we've been experiencing a lot of tension lately, and like communication styles, we're just different. I get emotional, and she tends to withdraw. So we're seeing a couples therapist. This is interesting, because the couples therapist explained that if you're in a relationship, a lot of times we're not getting mad at what the person is saying. We're getting mad at the way it's being said. And so the couples therapist said, listen, and he said, you have to be able to send iMessages, it's called. Meaning you've been through therapy, like meaning iMessage. No, it's good stuff, meaning iMessage, meaning, and correct me if I'm wrong, like instead of saying you did that, you say, when you do that, it makes me feel like this. And there's a greater probability that you'll be heard. And I said, of course, I love my wife. I can send iMessages, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, I think I'm doing it right. Like my wife, like I said, honey, when you make decisions like that, are you fucking retarded? I feel, I'm not saying you're retarded. I'm saying I feel you're retarded because no reasonable human being would ever make a move like that, I feel. Am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right, I feel? I feel it. That's how I feel it. And it's like, and then, so we'll get in these things, right? So have you been in a relationship? Are we okay to sit for camera and all that? I'm sure, whatever, you'll pick it up. So I'm in the car with my wife. This is the thing about relationships. Like sometimes everything can just turn on a dime, Like everything was fine. We're going away for the weekend, and then out of nowhere is when things, like my wife tends to be a little loose with the way she uses language. Like I prefer that, like it's specific. Like we're driving, and out of nowhere she goes, we're by the beach, by the shore, and she goes, look at that life house. And I said, that's a lighthouse, and then she goes, that's what I said, life house. And I was like, yeah, I see what you think. You're like, no, that's a lighthouse, with a T. And then she goes, that's what I was like, no, but with a T, it's a lighthouse. And then listen, then she goes, then listen to this. She goes, well, you know everything. And I was like, like, I don't know. I don't know everything. I know this. Like I know that has a light on it, and then I thought to myself, I'm not gonna make a big thing out of this. I took a deep breath. I said, okay, and kept driving, and then I pulled over and I was like, it's got a fucking light on it. So there's that, because we can play around with language, but we can't point at things and call it our own word. What kind of world would we be living in at that point? And then she goes, well, you don't have to get upset. And I was like, I don't have to do a lot of things. Another language, I don't have to. I'll make a left turn, we go in the goddamn water. I don't have to, we don't have to be on the land here. I'll pull over, you're a small person, I'll push you out of this car. I don't have to keep you in the car, technically. So therapy's going well. It's like